Soul Sisters. This is a quick drop in just to give you the hot off the press downloads that I am receiving firsthand and secondhand through some beautiful, powerful channels in my sphere. You all know that I'm here as a bit of an earth priestess messenger. Sometimes I drop code. Lately, it's been a lot of divine union stuff, right? Like really interesting, showing us how the rise of the divine feminine codes are so pristine that they are kicking out any disintegrities, right? Not just coming from the masculine aspect, but within the partnership, right? If you have anything within your relationship that is misaligned, that is not in full integrity, that is in compromise, that is in codependency, that is not honest, then it is going to get shaken. It is going to get worked, okay? There's a series of downloads that you can find on YouTube and on my feed talking about that. But what I'm coming to share right this minute is just a slurry of downloads that I've just received that I'm here, again, messengering, right? So whatever it is that you're about, whatever your soul mission is, whatever lights you up today in 3D, get about it. It is time to ramp it up. It is go time. Why? Because your codes are needed. Why? Because this evolution, pushing humanity forward into greater and broader awareness, is happening so strong, so fast. There are going to be millions disheveled, knocked off their rockers, and you are going to be a servant, if for lack of a better term, a teacher, a guide, a helper, right? You feel that, you know that. That's why you keep coming back to my page, right? Because we're here supporting one another in our courage to step forward, in our own healing journeys, in our reinforcement of ourselves, in our empowerment, right? So there is a huge transit astrologically happening now. Many of you know what that is. And it is depicting that we are entering a time of, I'm going to use the words that I was given, disillusionment. My word would be deception. My word would be confusion. My word would be distraction. So things like AI, being misused to fabricate false messages or conveyances from, people you may have formerly trusted, right? Will be an example of what we might see. False light coming on the rise. Teachers who are really not here to give unconditionally, lovingly, but who are here to take, right? Just know that your discernment will be ramping up, and that now, once again, tapping back, is the time to settle yourselves in these safe community spheres. Find your sanctuaries. Be part of these amazing communities where you can trust that the people who are speaking to you online, offline, are real, are who they say they are. You can use your own discernment in these safe little pods, and also let your guides orchestrate the full spectrum ecosystem for you. And by that I mean the things you're going to need are going to be in those spaces. You need a new plumber, you're going to find a referral in that space. You need a new healer, a practitioner, a good sister to write your book with you, right? Like someone to encourage you and lick your wounds with you, right? Like you'll find it in these spaces. Isn't that cool? The astrology is depicting that we're entering this time of disillusionment, wherein not only is our discernment going to need to really ramp up and anchor in, but also we are going to be needing to, or we're going to be called to, disconnect from these channels that we can't trust anymore. Whatever that means. Like, maybe we stop watching the news, right? How many of you have already done that? Maybe we, whatever, right? Like that, but it's apparently potentially going to come to the point where we might even detach or ask ourselves what's real and what's not real on social media. These very basic channels that we tap into now and still can more often than not, trust. So with that awareness, I want to bring to our attention that a lot of people might be finding solace and comfort in 3D lived experiences, really tapping back into the five senses, really connecting in with what is real, and really asking that existential question. What is reality? What is it? Let's get back to our earth and nature. Let's get back to our form. I know this. I can trust. And then from there, leveraging our spiritual technology and recognizing reality is what I believe. Reality is what I attend to. Reality is where I put myself. So we get to live and thereby build our reality. And that is very much what we're doing inside the spaces that I'm carrying, the Leaders Circle, all of these psychic development activation spaces, my women's gatherings. There are 3 women's gatherings at the moment happening now, online, in person, etc. So we're going to be asking ourselves, what am I experiencing? I thought that was really interesting. So you, teacher, are going to be there helping people answer and navigate those questions. Who am I? Just imagine like the moral sensibility being questioned within a person. Am I right? Am I good? Did I hurt someone back there? Did I do something wrong? Oh, wow, I totally regret that I did that thing to my children that now I, feel I wish I hadn't done, right? Just to name a few, our internal discernment is going to be the only thing, and we've got to develop that. So you, teacher, leader, healer, are here to guide that way, all right? Let's see. All right. We are also being encouraged to read and to pick up books. Some people are going to be finding that very yin-like activity, I love how she put this, as a calming, soothing focus tool for our body's nervous system and our psyche. We are also receiving codes when we read. I'm sure anyone who's picked up the Priestess transmissions has felt that. So find your books. Now is the time. The written word is becoming, with the upcoming false light stuff, with the rise of AI, it's becoming easier and easier to write. It's becoming easier and easier to write a book, but not really write it, just to gather the data from other places. Those kinds of books will probably hit you differently. They probably will not be as activating because they are not from consciousness to consciousness. AI doesn't have consciousness yet. All right, so then we are being guided or recommended to prepare yourself, back to what I said at the very beginning, whatever it is that you're doing, that you're about, that you are passionate about, get about it. And here's another reason why. So many people are going to be confused, lost, deceived, the victims of disillusionment, and they are going to want to find anchoring. They are going to want to find reinforcement. They are going to want to find guides and healers to reinforce within them their own sense of clarity and discernment. You are here to empower. You are not here to create codependent relationships. Someone in this space needed to hear that. That just got transferred right there. Be appreciative, thankful that you've done such a good job that when someone graduates out from your program and says goodbye, thank you, that they've gotten what they need. You've given them the codes to help them excel. Let's let that be complete. We're not here for the long-term codependent, teat-feeding relationship, right, guys? We're here to impact as many as we can with the codes that we have. All right, that is the completeness of my message. I'm preparing now for the Leaders Circle, which we will be meeting online on Zoom. There's a little light code coming through, just through the body here. I'm just letting it go. With love, sisters, sacred brothers too. I'm still offering those beautiful codes for men with men. It's really a co-channeling experience. That's why I'm not telling you what it is, because it's not something that I've downloaded until I'm in the moment with you, heart to heart. If you are feeling called to join the Leaders Circle, check my link in bio, message me over the next 5 minutes, because I'm probably going to go offline and prepare for our live experience on Zoom. I love you all. Have a beautiful day. This is me helping to activate you. I want to share some of the notes that your sisters are saying in these circles with me. Today's notes alone. Oh my gosh. And any sacred brothers present, just know that we in our rising are coming to know ourselves, and we are first to attend to ourselves and then to attend to partnership, to you, etc., etc. So here we go. This is what your sisters are saying inside the women's gatherings, the leaders circle, a couple other circles that are happening just today. Men don't understand just what level we're at in the energetic world. We are carrying what deep healing we're up to. Right? Okay, I thought that was really beautiful. And how vastly we are journeying. Like, we're here in physical 3D, but an aspect of our consciousness is assigned elsewhere. Like, really, and we're so much more aware of it as we're coming online. So we're in many places at once, right? I think that's important for us to know for ourselves, and then we can hold that energy very cleanly and convey it to our men. Men get to hold the space for us in the material world. Men get to hold the space for us in the material world. That can feel like anchoring, grounding. That can feel like protection. That can feel like provision of rations and resources. Okay. Many women have been asking their men, can he hold me? Can he hold me? By the way, this whole topic is not about union and relationship. This is just some of the downloads that I wrote down that came through inside leaders circle and another women's circle happening today. Okay. Let's see. When men pour their protection and their energetic space holding around the women are then free and available to pour herself into her mission, her channeling, her work, her outward gift to humanity in the form of, a lot of the time, taking care of the children, the home, the teaching, the education, doing her mission work, her service work that might not be linked in with the monetary system just yet. Just yet, because we haven't figured out how to do it all the way yet. We're figuring it out, right? Okay. In partnership, women are outgrowing the men. And it's causing a chasm and a rift in the relationship. Go to see all these divine union codes that I've been downloading this week. I think they're really here for a reason. And they're showing us how the rise of this divine feminine frequency is so pristine. Like, that frequency is shaking up and fragmenting anything that cannot stand, anything that's not in its fullest integrity, right? Which, we're not talking about people, we're talking about the energy of the divine feminine, and we're not talking about what it's shaking up being people, we're talking about relationships that have been in accordance with old ways, codependent ways, overgiving ways, obligatory ways, right? Let's just call ourselves out on this and hold the line. Okay. Okay. I like this one. His stuff is at my place. That was a literal mention, but it was also so figurative around how many of you women feel that sexually the men are depositing pieces of ancestry stuff, lineage work, trauma, emotional, mental gripes, etc. They have been not dumped, because that implies an aggressiveness. It's not like that. It's like we get to, individually and in partnership, come to learn how to manage energy. This is really calling us into sexual healing, sexual awareness, sexual practice, really, energetically. So his stuff is at your place. Not only are his boxes of luggage there, but his energetic, emotional lineage stuff is there in your field as well. And we get to manage that in such a way that we're not deposit places, okay? As soon as we turn inwardly, we get the answers. We get to turn up our discernment and come to realize more and more how the clarity of knowing our preferences lies within. And we also get to recognize that we are not alone, that our guidance system, when we turn it online all the way, is never failing us, and that we get breadcrumbed into where we need to be next, into the amazing coincidental, circumstantial happenstances, right? Magical meetings, bumping into the right person at the right time, getting directions to go left in your brain on your way home instead of right the usual way, right? Like, it leads you somewhere. So let's lean back into that and really assert your availability. Guides, I'm available to be guided. I'm available to be led. I am available to see what I haven't been able to see that is going to help me get where I want to get, right? You know my directives, my soul directives, you know my soul mission, and you also know my desires, right? I want a partner. I want to feel financially solid. I want to feel at ease. I want to feel so secure. I want to feel loved and respected. Like, know the things that you want without even needing to know the finite detail of it. Just trust that in that assertion, that clarity of your intention, you are making it very clear. I'm so caffeinated. Can you guys tell? Sorry. And I'm running out of time. What you want, what you need, and that you will be, and then you get to lean back and be guided, be shown. Okay? All right. What else? These are all things that were said in these circles, and I'm riffing on them. When we increase, this was in response to a question of if you could see the bulk of humanity become wizened up to one fact or one reality or one issue or whatever, what would it be, and what would the impact of that be? So I can't remember what the answer was. My answer was, when women come to know their capacity to, and their capability to, again, zoom out and see the bigger picture, be privy to many, many, many things at once, work on multi-dimensional, different density scales, defy time. When we become aware of our spiritual technology, when we become aware of our magnitude and our magnificence, that's really what I want to say in a nutshell. When we become aware, holy fucking shit, the world is a changed place. The children are born aware. We unaware that out of them. We beat it out of them, right? But when the children hold on to that and the women resume that and they don't help beat it out of the children, holy cow, you guys, right? What happens? There is such a shift on the planet. Like, what I see and what I wrote down from what the other women shared was there is a tremendous increase in responsibility, in our ability to respond, in our how we respond to ourselves, how we respond to the environment, our ability to hold our boundaries, hold our line, right? Women would hold the line. Women would hold the line. What does that activate in you when I say that? Women would hold the line. Apply it to anything that comes to mind. Drop it in the chat. I want to hear. I saw green spaces. I saw so many green spaces. When women are freed up and well-resourced, they are free to administer their love in the following forms. Yes, being so aware and emotionally available for the children, listening to the wisdom of the children, supporting the children in creating their projects, the ones they love to do, right? How many kids would be writing books right now, would be starting online, I wanted to say campaigns, literally, right? Whatever projects they're doing, so good. I'm seeing green spaces. I'm seeing gardens starting. I'm seeing so many green spaces, like rooftops, gardens, whatever. I don't know. I'm just seeing that. Like, that's a natural byproduct of women being fueled, women having the resources. And I'm talking time, not just money. I'm talking comfort. I'm talking emotional support. I'm talking being out of fight or flight, right? Return of the great mothers on the front porch again. Yes. Just think about how all of our wisdom and wisdom keeping as we develop continues, right? Continues, and then feeds back into the children, and the children fuel the elders and help them feel youthful and alive. Like, spring and like attachment to struggle and like praise of struggle and hardship, that would no longer be a thing. We would not participate in that anymore. And then, of course, back to the elders and all the joy and the youthfulness surrounded by the children. Okay, that's it for my notes for today. Go back if you haven't already seen my other live from today, sharing the downloads from another group circle that was held today. I'm part of 3. I am facilitating 3 group circles today. So I'm really excited. Like, yeah, we're hitting this on so many levels, you guys. I'm just so excited. So I hope this felt activating. I love you. I love you. Mwah. Let's go. Yes, community. Chillin'. Yes. Now times. Star Seed Speaks. Yes. Receiving and leaning into it. Yes. Hello, priestess. Bliss. Mwah. I love you guys so much. I love reading your comments. Thank you.